welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Newcastle against Brentford. Our final game of the day. We've already done 2 games today. We've done Manchester United beating Spurs 2-0 and then Arsenal 3-0 against Sunderland just. Now over to Newcastle and Brentford for the big 5:30 game. Let me know in the chat what you're thinking predictions-wise. Let me know what score you think. Do you think Newcastle can, I wouldn't say turn it around, but their form's been a little bit sketchy recently. There has been pressure on Eddie Howe. Brentford, terrific recently, aside from the Nottingham Forest home game, but Forest absolutely flying themselves recently up until last night. So I guess that proves that the league is, if nothing else, very, very patchy, very inconsistent. But yeah, Brentford currently sit in 8th in the league. They are just below Everton, who won today, surprisingly, at Fulham. Fulham, unbelievable home record. Everton go there and win. What can you say? The league is throwing up all sorts of surprises at the minute. And Brentford, a win here would take them level on points with Liverpool before Liverpool play City tomorrow. Chelsea won. United won. Villa got a point against Bournemouth in the end. So, yeah, United and Chelsea clawed back 2 points on Villa. Liverpool, if they can win tomorrow, then it takes them to within 5 points of Manchester City. Again, there's a lot of teams just bunching up there now, isn't there? Brentford will be looking at this as a real opportunity, though, for them to kick on and really try and secure Europe. It'll be unprecedented. Imagine if Brentford get Europe. If Keith Andrews was literally given no chance at all of keeping Brentford in the division, they were the favourites, or one of the favourites, to go down. Absolutely unbelievable. And if he manages to get them anywhere close to Europe, I'd say he's a shoo-in for Manager of the Year. Shell says, look, Key, 7th place at the minute. Everton are not getting Europe, Shell. Perish the thought. Get it out your mind. It'll save you a lot of worry and disappointment later when they don't get it. Callum says, from 2nd to 18th, entertaining. The rest is sealed up, do you think, Key? 2nd to 18th is entertaining, but the rest is sealed up. I don't think the title is sealed up yet, no, but I think it should be, and I think it probably will. But it's not sealed up by virtue of 9 points, or even maybe it'll be 7 points, maybe it'll be maybe 8 points, maybe it'll be 6 points if City were to beat us tomorrow. Depends on the result tomorrow, I guess. But either way, I still don't think 9 points is insurmountable, not at all. Not with the way Arsenal play, not with the way we know City can play. So I guess it depends, doesn't it? It really depends. Kyle Riot sat down again. Get to the gym, lad. Sat down. There's no chair here, mate. Look, there's no chair. No chair. I stand all day. 8 hours on my feet today watching footy. Love it. Julia says, hello, Shell. Good win for you today. It was a very good win. Incredible win. Dan says, Moyes for Manager of the Season too. No. Not with the amount they've spent. You must be joking me. You must be joking me. Must be absolutely joking me. Cecil, but Key, you said the Prem is so bad this season and nobody is trying to, they can't surmount 9 points, surely. Well, they can if City decide to turn up, but I don't think they will. So again, that's the distinction. I don't think they will, but I think they can. Guess that's the whole point, isn't it? Kyle, any chance you can show us some of your music, lad? Any chance we can listen to some of your music, Kyle? Adam says, what are your thoughts on the Arsenal-Sunderland match? It was pretty drab, wasn't it? Yeah, it was pretty drab. Ryan, I'm very happy with my team today. Come on, you Irons. Great result for West Ham. Fabulous result for West Ham against Burnley. Kyle, yeah, go on Spotify. Oh, I was only messing, mate. I'm not that interested. You might like it if you like garage. Yeah, I don't. I don't really like it. No. But yeah, wish you best of luck, mate. All the best. Egyptonica says, Key, how do you think the game versus City is going to go? Game versus City, I think is going to be a tight, cagey one. Usually is. I'd go 1-0. I think it should be 1-0 either way. Don't see it being goals anyway. Kane, never talk about your own team. Why? Why never talk about your own team? Talk about Liverpool quite a bit, yeah. Talk about Liverpool a fair bit. Egyptonica says, Key, how do you think the game versus City is going to go? Ryan Lamb says, I'm very confident now that we beat Man United on Tuesday. I think you'll get a result against United for sure. You'll maybe not beat them, but you'll get a point at least. The way United are playing, you'll get a point. And the way West Ham are playing, you'll definitely get a point. Definitely get a point. Wanderlesque says, Key, how's your day been? I've got a banging headache. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Listen, just watch a little bit of footy. Maybe have some water. That sometimes... Have a bottle of water. Get yourself hydrated. Chill out. Get a blanket. Do whatever makes you feel good for a bit. And then hopefully it dies down before the end of the night and you can get some sleep. You'll feel better in the morning. But yeah, feeling... hopefully you'll be feeling better. Jake says, I asked you earlier, asked you now, what is your combined 11 between City and Liverpool? We'll do that tomorrow, Jake, yeah. Egyptonica says, really hope Liverpool turn up tomorrow. And also, do you believe that United fan is going to get a haircut? No, I don't think United beat West Ham next week. Again, it's the closest they've got, though. It's the closest they've got. Bang on, lad, says, usually a tight, cagey game. There's been one in the last 8 with a single goal. Now, I'm talking about teams when they play each other at the top of the table. Usually it's tight. There's usually only 1 or 2 goals in it, generally speaking. And at Anfield in particular, whenever we've played City, usually it's been quite cagey, quite. I remember the one we got last year was Gakpo. Was it Gakpo when we won last year? Or was that the year before? Can't remember what the score was last year, to be honest. Service says Arsenal aren't playing, and yet Arsenal fans are still talking, and they call you insufferable. Well, hey, listen, it's all good. It's all good. Well, you know me, I'll chat with anyone about anything. Merv says, I think that guy's going to get a haircut on Wednesday. Do you reckon? I don't think so. I think it's one of them things where there's going to be an awful lot of press coverage about it, but I don't think he gets his haircut. Not a chance. Kane says, why don't we beat 18th West Ham after beating 1st, 2nd and 7th? Because football doesn't tend to work that way, Kane. Yeah, like Liverpool beat Real Madrid and then we dropped points against Forest and lost against Forest. It's not always that linear. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of football, I guess, isn't it? That's why we love football, because different teams present different challenges, and just because you've beaten Arsenal and City, by the way, both Arsenal City sides were bang out of form when you played them. You've struggled against Fulham. You struggled a little bit today before the sending off. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to go and beat West Ham, a great West Ham side who are really in form. True Gem Red says, Key, did you see the Arsenal game today? It was champagne football. Now that's a wind-up. I love that. That's clickbait. That is clickbait. I love that. Lola Mocha says, Newcastle are tired after their last game against Man City. I think Brentford are going to win. I fancy a Brentford win today as well. Yes, I fancy a Brentford win. Yoane Wissa playing against his former team, of course. Let's go through the lineups because we are very, very close to very close to kickoff. Egyptonica says, Key, there's nothing to complain about Arsenal's play today, is there? All open play, and Zubi scored a good one there. So there's nothing to complain about. There's not anything to complain about at all, because you've won the game and you've won it comfortably, 3-0. There was no complaints. There's no complaints. The goals from Sunderland's point of view were really, really poor to concede, though. All of them were really, really poor to concede. Dan says, bit of money for charity maybe, but he wants that Barnet. Maybe he wants that Barnet to carry on growing. Well, he's donated it to the Prince's Trust, isn't he? He's giving it to... There's going to be a wig or two made out of his hair. So good luck to him. Yeah, good luck to him. I think it's a nice thing. Right, let's do the lineups for this one because we are very, very close to kick-off. Yoane Wissa starting against his former team. What do we think? One sec. Sorry, I've just got a text I wasn't expecting during the stream. Right, so we're off and underway. Apologies. Timer, let's go. Right, we're off. Brentford against Newcastle, St James's Park. I don't know if I can back anything other than a Brentford win here. I really don't. I fancy Newcastle to fluff it here, to be honest. Forest have Marco Silva in their sights, and with him being under contract to 2027, sources are saying the compensation would not be a problem for Forest. Newcastle into the box, claim for the penalty. Oh, I tell you what, that might be a penalty. That might be a penalty. Trippier, I tell you what, Trippier got back there. There was a big claim for the penalty. Big claim for the penalty. Newcastle ball into the box. Is there going to be a check on this, I wonder? Right, we've still not done the bloody team news. Let me have a look at the teams. I've still not seen the teams. Great strike. Oh, unlucky, just wide. Just wide from Harvey Barnes. Right, lineups are as follows. Pope in goal, Trippier, Thiaw, Botman, Hall at the back. And then it's Willock, Bruno and Tonali in midfield. Murphy, Wissa and Barnes up front. For Brentford, it's Kelleher, Henry, Vandenberg, Ayer and Coyote with Jan Elton Henderson in midfield with Jensen. Lewis Potter off the left, Ouattara off the right and Thiago up front. Was that a penalty? Let's see. Oh, that's a pen. That is a pen all day, every day. How's that not been given as a pen? How has that not been given as a pen? Oh, you lucky, lucky boy. Kieran Trippier, very lucky. I tell you what, that should have been a pen, that. That should have been a penalty. That really should have been a penalty. Lewis Potter got into the box. Callum says, Igor Thiago, 24 years old, fourth highest scorer behind Keane, Mbappe and Haaland. Where's he off to, you reckon? I think he could join Chelsea. Nah, I don't think so. I think he's one of them, mate. He's having a really good season so far, but I don't see Igor Thiago getting a big move in the summer. It's one of them where he's not quite proven himself yet to justify the transfer fee that inevitably Brentford would demand. I mean, how much did Brentford even sign him for, by the way? How much was he signed for? It was last summer, wasn't it? It wasn't even this summer. 30 million quid they paid for him last summer. Obviously, he got a massive injury and he was out for most of last season. So he's only really come into the side this season. But yeah, Igor Thiago. Why is Nathan Collins on the bench? I was looking at that and thinking, why is Nathan Collins on the bench? Nathan Collins, their best player. But yeah, Igor Thiago, for me, if they sign him for 30 million quid, they're not going to sell him for less than 50 or 60. I don't think they're going to... There's nobody would pay 50, 60 million for Igor Thiago now, is there? Nobody going to pay 50, 60 for him. Wanderer says Pedro will come good in the long run. Delap ain't the one. Glad United didn't get him. And Callum says Wanderer, I don't know. Delap is shite and Pedro ain't really a number 9. João Pedro's done quite well though for Chelsea, hasn't he? He's done all right for Chelsea. I think he's done okay. Bees says Patrick Cross up the bees. Yes, love that, Patrick. I think Brentford will get a result here. Good ball in, over to the far post. Headed back across the face of goal. Henderson with the flick on. He'll be getting booed roundly, won't he, while he's a Mackham. Back at Newcastle after his time at Sunderland. Keith Scott, evening Key up the toffees. Good result for you lads today, Keith. Very good result for you lads. Adzo, you're not going to be wanting Liverpool to lose to Moz because you don't want Arsenal to win the league, are you? No, not at all. Never. Would never want Liverpool to lose. Ever, ever, ever. Arsenal can't lose it from here, says Liam. Surely Arsenal can't lose it from here. They can. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they will. There's not a team that's got the depth and the money that Arsenal have spent. Like I said, if you spend that sort of money, you're going to get the squad that Arsenal have, and they've got the resources off the bench that other teams just don't have. So they're going to win. They're going to win it this year. They are going to win it. Brentford chance. Oh, you've got to hit that. You've got to hit that first time. That's really poor. Newcastle just about scramble it away. Jack says, Key, do you think we need to buy more players for the summer for Liverpool to get better next season? Yeah, I think so, mate, yeah. Thomas, Liverpool. No, Liverpool did not spend more. Again, we're not going to do this conversation again. Google's free, lads. Go and check it. Liverpool didn't spend more. Wanderer says, what's your thoughts on Ouattara, Key? Thoughts on Ouattara. Like him, decent player. Think he's at his level, though. Had a good season at Bournemouth. Obviously got the big move to Brentford. He's done well, but I don't think he's done well enough that I don't think there's a top side that would look at Ouattara and think, yeah, we'll have a bit of that. I think Coyote, this fella on the ball now, he's a player that I think could be pinched from Brentford. I think Damsgaard, love Damsgaard, fabulous player. Obviously, he's been missing quite a bit this season. But Coyote, Nathan Collins is top class. Would love him at Liverpool. Stephen Lawrenson, like Liverpool spent all that money. How's that working out? Well, it's not working out. Yeah, it's not working out. But again, if you spend pretty much half what your rivals do, then inevitably you're not going to be anywhere near them, are you? You can't keep spending half what everyone else does. Come on, Brentford, says COYG. Jack says, I felt like Liverpool need more defenders. Sorry to say, Virgil isn't getting any better as well as Canate. We need a bit more depth. Yeah, well, I mean, the players that we've got are injured, aren't they, really? Gomez is out, Leone's out, so it's not necessarily depth. It's more unfortunate with injuries that have devastated our season, really. Stephen says $500 million, not enough. Well, it's not enough when the players that we've signed are... I mean, Isak's out for the season. Excuse me. And again, it doesn't matter if you spent $500 million if your rivals are spending more. Like, you say 500 million, like it's comparatively, actually, it's still less than a lot of the other teams. It's less than Arsenal again. Egypt Onagus, you spent like 250 for Isaac and Verts. I'm pretty sure you spent more this season. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, and I'm telling you, you spent more. Alfie, we can't blame it on injuries. 600 million and no centre half. Well, we can. We can blame it on injuries a little bit, but I think the club have sold Slot down the river for what it's worth. Certainly not footballing reasons. Anyway, it's the club haven't backed the manager enough. Tonali with a free kick, miles over the bar. Scott, how much did Arsenal spend v Liverpool then? Scott, Google's free, lad. Google's free, young man. You can go and check it out. It's a great resource. Go and have a look. You go and check it out, sunshine. Keith says Tottenham in that relegation mix, but I don't think they go down. Well, I was called ridiculous for suggesting the idea Tottenham would go down was laughable. Tottenham aren't going down. Just because they are level on points with Leeds does not mean they are going down. Again, the league table frequently tells lies, doesn't it? Throughout the season. Frequently tells lies. The league table at the end of the season may not tell lies, but it frequently tells lies during the season. Bournemouth were in the top 4 for the large part of the start of the season. Reggie says can't give a manager 500 million and say he wasn't backed. He wasn't given 500 million. He wasn't given 500 million. If he was given 500 million, I would agree with you. But he wasn't given 500 million. Alfie says Jack A was smart, weren't it? 70 million for a centre-back we don't have when we need it. Well, we don't know how much we have to play with, but I think 70 million on a player, like 60, isn't it? It's not 70, it's only 60. 60 on a player that is considered among the best young centre-backs in Europe. I mean, yeah, we probably could have done with one right now, but I think if you the problem is there's just not value in January. There's not value in January. You can't, to get him now maybe would have cost 80 million. Like, what can you pay Ren to convince them to give us the player 6 months early so they are left short for the rest of the season? They're not going to accept it, are they? So you have to give him a ridiculous amount to guarantee that he comes in. And then the fee looks a lot less or a lot more risky. Scott, Arsenal spent less than 3. No, Scott, again, are you Googling? Google it, mate. Google it. Go and check it. Go and check it. It's a very simple, very quick thing to do. Jack Plays, what team has surprised you this season, Key? Which team has surprised me? Brentford. Probably Brentford. I think Brentford surprised everyone, though, haven't they? Sarah says, so why is it took Arteta so long to win the league? Because the team he inherited was shite. He's completely overhauled the entire team and we're soon to reap the rewards. Probably. It's taken 6 years and spending more than most, or more than pretty much everyone. But yeah, you'll get there in the end. Julius, are you doing a watch along with Fiorentina v Torino after this? No, mate, no. No, this is the last watch along for today. Newcastle, Brentford. This is our third watch along today, obviously. Sant says watches matches around the world more like Arsenal only. What game do you think I'm watching right now? Have you had a think? Have you had a think about what game I'm watching right now? It ain't Arsenal. COYG says Liverpool haven't really spent that much until last season's transfer window. Exactly, yeah. We haven't spent much over the years, but this summer we still spent less than Arsenal. Right, Newcastle, long ball in. Chance for Newcastle to get the first goal in this one. We need an early goal to open this game up. It's been a lot of long balls, a lot of direct balls into the box. It's going to be a corner. Good defending from Brentford. Ball's gone behind for a corner. Dave says 3-0 to the Gunners. All great goals. You know nothing. I didn't say they weren't great goals. I said the defending was shocking. The defending was shocking. Life of Justice says, Reggie, why are you so angry your team is going to win the league and you're seeking validation? Why are some Arsenal fans always after validation? Just enjoy winning and be happy. Well, yeah. That is kind of where this comes from, isn't it? It's because they're seeking validation. Apparently they're not seeking validation, but then a lot of Arsenal fans, not necessarily you, Reggie, but a lot of Arsenal fans do seem to seek out that validation. Sold out by the owners. Mate, we've spent less than you lads, and you say spent a fortune on wages. We've only spent a fortune on bonuses, because that's generally how Liverpool's sort of wage structure works. We actually pay a lot less in wages than a lot of other clubs, comparatively speaking, obviously, but then we pay massive amounts in bonuses when we do win things. That's why whenever you look at Liverpool's, like when we've won Champions Leagues or Premier Leagues or whatever, you look at the year after, our numbers always look massively skewed. The Teesside Traveller says, pleased Coventry lost again today up the Borough. Did they actually lose? Did they get beat by Oxford? I didn't even see, I've not seen the championship scores today. Did they actually get beat by Oxford? Oh no, it was 0-0. Yeah, it was 0-0. It was a red card for Oxford as well. Egyptonica says, Key, did you see what I said? Liverpool spent 400 million, Arsenal spent 232. This is from FOCMob. I could check transfer market, but it's lagging for me. I can check. Yeah, please do, mate. Yeah, please do. Arsenal spent 25 million euros more than Liverpool, I think, last season. This summer, whatever it was. 25, 30 million, whatever it was. But they spent more. However way you want to dress it up, but they spent more. Peter McAllister, you are hilarious. Stating Spurs were in that game before the sending off. Are you simple? Well, let's say I was Peter. Let's say I was simple. Would that be a nice thing to say? That's not a very nice thing to say, that, mate. You should do better. You should really try and do better. You should be able to have a conversation. Don't be so angry. Just calm down. It's all good. We're all watching football. We're all loving football. We're all enjoying the game. Don't need to be, don't need to be being nasty to people. It's all good. We're all friends here. We all like a game of footy. Views and growth. Did you cry when Arsenal won 3-0? Oh, I was devastated. Lost my head, totally. Can't stop crying. Can't stop crying. Won't sleep tonight, to be honest. Won't sleep tonight. Prod mic. Why do you have two mics? Because I'm live on multiple places and this mic doesn't go into my phone, which is for TikTok. So this mic is for TikTok. This mic is for everywhere else that I'm live for right now. Callum says we're creeping up on Liverpool today. Another strong win away at Fulham. Yeah, listen, the league table certainly looks better for Everton, but you're not finishing in the European places. I don't think any Everton fan realistically thinks you've got a chance in the European places. Liam says, do you think there's a chance Leicester could go down to League One after their points deduction? Of course there's a chance. Yeah, do you think so? I think there is. I think the way that they've started the season's been a bit up and down anyway, even aside from the points deduction. Cifuentes, the first part of the season under Marty Cifuentes, they were god-awful. They were absolutely god-awful. Sam, how's this guy playing the victim card over comments? If you can't hack it, get a 9 to 5. Oh, I can hack it. All I said was just try and do better. It's not nice. If you're making comments about sort of saying someone's simple, it's not a really nice thing to say. You should try and do better. Just generally try and be nice. DB, what made you do football videos and stop the travel videos, Simon? I love that. Yeah, Simon Wilson's one I've had before. Simon Wilson, Penguin from the Batman. Sometimes the other penguin from the Batman, funnily enough. Not always the Danny DeVito one. Ruth Davidson. Gru from Despicable Me, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's not a foul, ref. Get up. Bruno Guimaraes diving. Sorry, mate, that was cheap. It's not a bad thing with Simon. The others make no sense. I was going to say Simon Wilson I'm quite happy with, to be fair. He's a handsome chap. Certainly been called other things. I'm happy enough with that. Cecil says, Key, I saw a comment on Fan Reaction TV that called you the penguin from Happy Feet. What are your thoughts? Delighted. Yeah. Delighted with that. It's water off a duck's back. Believe me, like I said, I've been called far worse. Penguin, there's other fan channels. There's other ones where they get very upset with that sort of stuff and threaten violence and all that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get upset over some stranger on the internet. Usually a kid, to be honest. Some stranger calling me. To be honest, stuff I've been called before. It's fine. It's water off a duck's back. T-side says calling someone simple is pathetic. No need for it. It's just sad, isn't it? It's just sad. Again, try and have a conversation, have an argument on a football level. I'll have that with anyone all day, whether you're an Arsenal fan, a City fan, a Chelsea fan, a United fan, doesn't matter. We've got fans from all over the football world, football pyramid up and down the football pyramid who watch us, and yeah, it's great fun. Don't need to resort to that sort of stuff. That just shows you're not very clever. Just shows you're a bit hateful and not very clever. Try and do better. Daniel says, mate, I love watching your rage vids of Arsenal, but this is uncalled for. It's banter in football. What's banter in football? What they're saying to me or what I'm saying back? All I've said is that they're being hateful and they should try and do better. And you know what's funny as well? There's a lot of people who'd be giving it... These are the people who give it the mental health stuff. These are the people who say, do you know what? Let's, mental health is really important. Let's celebrate men's mental health. Let's celebrate all that stuff. You never know what someone's going through. And all that is very, very true. It's very, very important. Same people fly in and give me... You won't believe the death threats watching football. Death threats. It's madness. It's crazy. Mr. Mwaz says, do you genuinely think Arsenal are bad? Arsenal are bad. I don't know where you're getting this from. I say every single live that Arsenal are the best team in the world. They're the best team in the world. What are you talking about? I have never said Arsenal are bad. I've repeatedly said you're the best team in the world. And by the way, we're watching Newcastle and Brentford, so it'd be amazing if we could keep it on topic. See, who do you think will win the league? Arsenal. Albio says Arsenal have a double game coming up and could go 12 to 15 points clear. Would you praise Arsenal or criticise still? Is my validation, is my praise or criticism important to you? Seems like it is. Well, I would say that I would absolutely give them the same praise that I've given them all season, which is they are unbelievable. They're a great football team in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. They're absolutely unbelievable and they're the best team in the world at that. And I will continue to say that until I'm blue in the face. And I don't know what more you want. I have no idea what more you want. Tom, no one deserves death threats, mate. Keep doing what you're doing. Top work. Cheers, Tom. AZV, how does it feel? Arsenal winning the league and possibly a quadruple. Oh, devastating. I don't know what I'm going to need to seek therapy and probably going to need to be given some form of, I don't know, sedative, maybe. Callum says, Key, I could imagine your dream is a man dressed in Arsenal kit saying, why are you criticising me? Yeah. Love me, please love me. Header, it's there, it's 1-0. It's 1-0 and it's Botman. Newcastle have scored. There you go. Corner whipped in from the right-hand side. Botman with the header. Newcastle in front. And Brentford, I tell you what, they should be hanging their heads in shame because the defending here was all over the place. Flat. Very flat at the back. Flat-footed. Reggie says he's going to say net spend. Arsenal net spent 18 million more than Liverpool, which apparently is the difference between first and sixth. Well, no, the difference between first and sixth is the 1.1 billion or whatever it is that you spent, and the 550 million that we've spent over the time that Arteta's been at the club. That's the difference. The difference isn't one season. The difference is the 6 seasons that Arteta's been there that you've spent double what we have, basically. Sonicus, what's the difference of money spent and net spend? The difference between the money spent and net spend is exactly that. It's literally 25 million euros or 20 million euros, whatever it is. But Arsenal, if basically, if you buy 100 quid's worth of stuff after you've sold 100 quid's worth of stuff, if you've got to sell 100 quid's worth of stuff to buy 100 quid's worth of stuff, then you've not actually spent anything. You've not spent anything. If you've got to sell that 100 quid to buy 100 quid's worth of stuff, you've not spent anything, have you? The investment in terms of personnel from Arsenal is nearly double what Liverpool have in the last 6 years, and that is important. Daniel says, I love seeing you in your clips engaged, but these people saying disgusting things need to feck off. To be honest, it doesn't, again, whatever, they can keep coming in. They'll come in, they say the little bit, and then they move on. Alien Dude, if you had to give the Premier League Player of the Year award, who are you giving it to? Who am I giving it to? Currently, Premier League Player of the Year. Ooh, who do we think? Let me know in the chat. Who do you think Premier League Player of the Year so far? Standout ones. I mean, to be honest, probably Gabriel or Saliba. I think Timber's been incredible for him. But yeah, maybe Gabriel or Gabriel, Saliba. Rice has done very well. It's usually the team that wins the league, isn't it? Let's be honest. So it'll probably be Gabriel, Saliba or Rice. There's not really many others that I would look at. Granit Xhaka would genuinely be up there, though, based on Sunderland and how well they've done this season. Haaland might well be, if City managed to pull something out the bag, but again, I can't see it. I think it's far more likely to be Gabriel, Saliba or Rice. Reggie says, Liverpool have spent 700 million, Arsenal have spent 638 since 2020-21. It's not, mate. It's, again, we can go through this. We can go through this umpteen times. It's not really something to do on a Newcastle-Brentford live. But that's not the case. Sarah says, when Liverpool won the league, what we got from Arsenal fans, you guys only won, is because City and Arsenal played bad. That's the only reason why Liverpool won the league. Right, Eddie Howe is going to be cutting a very frustrated figure by the time half-time. Sorry, not Eddie Howe's cutting a very frustrated figure. Keith Andrews is going to be cutting a very frustrated figure by the time half-time comes around, because should his team have had a penalty early part of this game, I think so. I think Keane Lewis-Potter should have had a penalty before Newcastle scored the goal. And then they've conceded a very, very cheap goal as well. Chad Smith, how's it going, Chad? Good to see you, man. Newcastle in the box. Oh, should be. Oh, off the line. Off the line. It's going to be a Newcastle corner. Nearly 2-0. Yoane Wissa as well. And look how gutted he is. I'll tell you what, if Yoane Wissa scores today, there's absolutely no doubt that he's celebrating it. You can see that. You can see that. Reece says, some of the events in the Winter Olympics look terrifying. I know the Winter Olympics are on, but I've no idea what events are you on about? Are you on about the ski? What's the jump? The ski jump one called? That's a bit mad. Jack says Liverpool may be shite this season, but they've still won the league last year. Arsenal haven't done that in 25 years. Not to mention they've won the Champions League too. And Sarah says, Reggie on net spend, Arsenal second, on United above Arsenal on net spend since 2020. Again, at the end of the day, the bottom line is a lot more has been invested over a longer period of time than just this summer. A lot more has been invested by Arsenal. T, have you got any problems with the Arsenal goals? Ignore me all you want. No problems with them. No problems with them at all. Reggie says net spend is a nonsense argument. It's an indictment on how well clubs can sell. Well, no, it's not. Of course, it's not just about how clubs can sell, because it's also about how well clubs negotiate to buy as well, and also how much owners are willing to invest in the team. And ultimately, the investment in the team from Arsenal has been a lot less, or rather a lot more risk-averse, if anything. No, a lot less risk-averse. So that was right the first time. Arsenal invested a lot more money than Liverpool have. Liverpool have only paid money out when we've actually won things. That's the problem. That's one of the problems anyway. And that's why we've found ourselves in the problem that we're in this season. Clayton, how are you still talking about Arsenal? The game ended an hour ago. Tell me about it, Clayton. Tell me about it. I wish we could be talking more about Newcastle and Brentford. I am a sofa Arsenal fan here. Go and embarrass City for us tomorrow. Okay, you'll never walk alone. Love that. Love that. Scott, do you never get fed up of chatting about Arsenal? I hear you talking about them more than Liverpool. Well, you should probably maybe listen more, Scott, I guess. Listen more. Open your ears, young man. Open your ears, young man. Do more of this. Do more of this and less of this, and you'll hear. But ultimately, I'm guided by the chat. I'm guided by the chat. If the chat want to talk about something in particular, I'll talk about it. I'll happily talk about anything. Anything at all. Jack says the biggest difference there, Key, is that Arsenal haven't digressed as much as Liverpool have. Liverpool spent 450 and have played crap. Agreed. And I think the reason is when you look at where that money is being spent. If you look at Arsenal's expenditure this summer, it's been mostly on players who are what we would consider to be ready now players. Zubamendi, Gyökeres, Eze, players who can go straight into the first team, players who have, if anything, just gone straight on the bench in a lot of cases. But they've added to that squad, and that's usually it's the bench that wins your Premier Leagues, isn't it? We know that. It's not the first team, it's the bench. For Liverpool, we've spent most of our money on players who are 21 and under. Wirtz, Ekatike, Kirkes, the players that we have had available, in fairness, that we did sign, who were what we would consider to be those ready now players, your Gyökeres, your Zubamendis, your Ezes, Frimpong, and Isak. Isak's pretty much out for the season. Frimpong missed a large chunk of the season. Now he's out for 2 months again. So the players that we have signed that have been ready to go into the starting 11, we've had immensely bad luck with. And the young players that we have signed, we've also had a bit of bad luck with. Yoane got an ACL on his debut, out for the season. Isak, broken leg. Bradley, out for the season. All this sort of stuff is a factor in terms of the money Liverpool have spent. But we spent it on young players rather than ready now players. And again, it's one of them things where it's a strategy difference, because in 2-3 years' time, you would imagine Liverpool will look a lot better than Arsenal will, because Arsenal's players will be, I guess, where Liverpool's players are now, in the 30s, won't they? Teaching Tony, love that, mate. Made up for you. Ryan says, at least you're not like that Morley fella. He's come in the lives, to be fair, and he's just, to each their own. To each their own. Whatever you like. You like what you like. But he came in the lives and started talking nonsense about slot out and felt a bit Egyptonicus, Key, what do you think of Capita? As in the company? What do I think of Capita? Billy says, I get the investment in a centre-back for the new season, but Liverpool really needed one this window. I think we just looked at it. We know FSG like the whole Moneyball type of approach. They look at centre-backs that are available, how much they're going to cost, and probably looked at the market and went, do you know what? The centre-backs that we can get in January that are gettable, they're going to cost a fortune, and there's better options available in the summer. There wasn't really an awful lot of value in January. So I'm not surprised that we gave it a miss. With Xhaka's performances this year, do you think he makes the Arsenal 11? No, not this year. But he's played very, very well. Carter says Arsenal's average age is younger than Liverpool's, though. Arsenal's average age is younger than Liverpool's, though. Average age of what? Again, that's probably going to be skewed by the fact that we've got 34-year-olds playing for us, whereas Arsenal don't. Arsenal don't really have like age in play. You've got players who've all hit the peak at the same time. It feels like we've got Van Dijk and we've got Salah and Alisson and Andy Robertson in our lineups. These are all players in the 30s. We've had to play Endo in some games this season as well. He's in his 30s. You know, this is the problem. Liverpool, it feels like we've got a lot of old players who are ready to be moved on and a lot of young players who are doing very, very well, but very young, still naive. Six Neem says, do you think Man City will have a new manager next season? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Daniel says 70% of our players are 26. 26. Average age of the squad. Bro says average age of what? Well, again, that could be average age of starting lineups. It could be average age of the squad overall, couldn't it? You never know. It could be, I don't know what average he was talking about. Was he talking about mean average, modal average, median average? What average are we talking about? You know these things if you do your maths, lads. Stay in school. Oh, Brentford must do better. Good clearance from Newcastle. Jack says they're hitting the stride, but they're not very old. No, I'm not. But I'm not saying they're old. What I'm saying is they're not young, are they? If you look at Arsenal's squad, they're all primarily 24, 25, 26 and older. Chance. Oh, what a goal that is! What a ball! What a goal! Janelt at the back stick. That is an absolutely fantastic header at the back stick. Unbelievable ball in. Who put that cross in? Who put that cross in? Oh my God, this is Trent Alexander-Arnold at his peak. Dango Ouattara, I think it was. Unbelievable effort that. What a ball in. And it's there. Oh, this is a great header. Can't wait to watch this one back. Dango Ouattara gets at Trippier, left-footed, fabulous ball in, and what a header that is. That is vintage football. Absolute vintage. Great stuff. Chimey, will we ever have a normal stream without Arsenal fans? It's because they played the last game. To be fair, it's usually, whenever we get an Arsenal game, the next stream, they all come in and have a little bit of a... It'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine. Tomorrow, the Brighton Palace game will be actually quite a good laugh, and then they might pop back in again for City and Liverpool. We know what they're like. Tilkian Vlog says, who will win? I think Brentford. I said Brentford 2-1, and it's 1-1 currently. Cheers for the gift, mate. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. Chimey, I said arse fans. Okay. Chuffed to bits for Everton after your points deduction. You deserve it. Oh, come on. Jack says, if Arne Slot doesn't make top 4 this season, Key, would you still be slotting? Yeah, I mean, listen, I think he's got to get top 5. We've got to qualify for the Champions League in order for the club to give him next season. But I honestly think we'll... I would keep him even if we finish 7th. If we finish 7th, 6th or 7th, I'd still be keeping him. Because I don't think that any other manager could have done better with what he's had to deal with this season. And I don't think there's another manager I would want to manage Liverpool next year. I genuinely think he's had a really hard set of cards dealt to him. The club haven't particularly supported him. And yeah, he's had it rough this season. So I think I'd want him again next season, no matter what, really. Doesn't really matter what happens between now and the end of the season. I'd want him to be Liverpool manager. Connor Payne says, late to the stream. How's the game going, mate? Yeah, it's been good. First goal from Newcastle. Brentford probably a little bit disappointed, I guess, with the marking from the set piece. Keith Andrews won't be happy with it at all, but Newcastle score, Botman header. It's 5 minutes before half-time. Brentford are now pushing on to try and get in front before half-time. The goal that Brentford equalised with was absolute top quality. Great ball in from the left-hand side, Ouattara. And Vitaly Janelt with a great header. Charlie, how are you, Key? I'm good, mate, thank you. How are you, Charlie? Good win for you lads today. Albio says, keep slot if you finish 6th, 7th. How the mighty have fallen. How the standards have been lowered. I think the standards have had to be lowered based off what's happened this season. Again, if your centre-forward dies in the summer... That's always going to be difficult for a lot of teams to deal with and process, including the manager. Not to mention losing your star signing to a broken leg most of the season. Club haven't particularly backed him in the moments that we've needed to be backed. You lose a lot of key players in the summer and you don't replace them. We sold Luis Diaz, didn't replace him, just gave him Rio Engamoa, 16-year-old kid. Go on, you go and have Rio Engamoa. So, yeah, he's been given a hard set of cards. Egyptonica says, wait, Key, did you see Gyökeres celebrate on the floor? I found it hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Adam, do you want Liverpool to lose tomorrow? I don't, mate, no. I would never want Liverpool to lose, ever. Ever. Charles says, the thing is, Liverpool will help Arsenal tomorrow. Well, no, not really. Again, I think Arsenal fans want City. A lot of Arsenal fans will want City to win. Secretly, they'll actually want City to win. Because again, it gives them that level of respect, doesn't it? That they've actually been in a title race this year rather than just walked it, to be honest. I think they quite like the idea of City winning, so it looks like they've got, oh yeah, we beat the great City side to a title, rather than it was a City side that were crumbling and Pep Guardiola's probably moving on in the summer, and Liverpool had all these things wrong with them as well, and we've won that league. That's the league we've won. I think they'd kind of prefer a bit of a chase, just to give it a bit of credibility in the end. Jake, City is shite. No one cares about beating them regardless. I'd agree. I mean, Arsenal battered them earlier this season, didn't they? Brentford are in. Should be 2 here. Oh, you've got to put that away. You've got to put it away. What are you doing? Oh, claim for handball. Should be a penalty, ref. It is going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Is that going to be a red card? I don't think it is. It's going in the bottom corner. Trippier here. Or is it Murphy? Who is it? There might be a red card for this. I tell you what, yellow card. Ooh, there's going to be a check for the deliberate handball here, but it is a penalty. It's a penalty. Look at this. Nah, you're not getting a red for that, but it is a handball, there's no doubt. He's about to pass that into the bottom corner, and it does hit his hand. It does hit his hand, and it is a penalty to Brentford. Archie, good win for the Blues, Akey. Great win for the Blues. Fabulous win for the Blues today. Do you know what it actually was, to be fair? To go to Fulham and Aston Villa and win, Everton have got great away form. The problem is Everton's home form is a problem, isn't it? You're just not very good at home. Bington United, or Bring On United, says, what time's the Liverpool game tomorrow? It's at 4:30. So we're doing Brighton against Crystal Palace in the morning. Well, early afternoon, 2 o'clock. And then straight after that, I'll be doing Liverpool against Manchester City. And then straight after that, I'm live again for Valencia Real Madrid in the in La Liga. So, claim for an offside here. Nah, he's not offside. Nothing wrong with that. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Connor says, sir, it don't matter, just wish the best for our own teams. And Charlie, I live in Wales. Where are you from, Key? I'm from a place in the northwest, mate, originally. I was born in a place called, well, I was born 20 minutes from Anfield, but I grew up in a place called St Helens. Carter says, Crystal Palace game predictions. Ooh, Brighton. Brighton to win, I think. Only slightly. Could be a draw. But Brighton have got 1 win in 11. Crystal Palace haven't got a win in 9. 6 defeats, 3 draws for Palace. Just 1 win in 11 for Brighton. So make of that what you will. Igor Thiago about to step up. Could put Brentford in front. Bang on half time here. Simon Darlington, why watch the Spanish League? I love the Spanish League. Yeah, I just love watching football, mate. That's what this channel's about. We watch football every single day. And it doesn't matter who's on. We watched Bristol City against Derby County last Friday. We watched Betis against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey quarter-final. We'll be watching the National League during the international break that's coming up. Igor Thiago, penalty here. St James's Park. It's 1-1. Can Brentford come from behind to go in front? Yes, it's 2-1. Great penalty. And Brentford are in front. 2-1. Great goal, that. Great penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And Newcastle have got it all to do yet again. Cecil says, Key, what if there was a title race and if Liverpool win the game, then Everton win the title, but if they lose, they wouldn't? How would you feel? That's just a silly question, isn't it, Cecil? How would you feel? I would feel conflicted. I would feel conflicted. Tom, why do you hate Arsenal more than your actual rivals? I don't hate Arsenal. Connor says, lucky my mum is English so I can switch sides. Igor Thiago, penalty goal. Nick, thoughts on Spurs being dragged into a relegation battle? Nah, Spurs aren't in a relegation battle. Spurs aren't going down. They'll be fine. Jack, it should be 3-1 because they should have been given the other penalty too. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I think it should have been a penalty for the one on Lewis Potter earlier. So Brentford probably should be. They should be 3-1 up. It should be. Listen, they've played really well here, Brentford. Really, really well. Tonzi Tigler. I don't hate Arsenal. Biggest lie of the year. Why do you think I hate Arsenal? It's an odd decision, but hey, whatever you think, mate. Whatever works for you. $17 goals for Thiago is mad. Well, he's done very, very well Oh, Tara's just kicked Trippier in the head. Don't think it was that. It wasn't a high foot so much that it should be a red card, like. But Dango has he got booked? I don't think he has. Connor says, honestly, Key, the amount of times you talk about Liverpool, it's almost as if you support them. I know, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? Pete, how are you coping with the Arsenal win? Are you okay? I'm devastated, Pete. Can you stick around, mate? Can you give us a cuddle? I'm devastated. Yoker is starting to cook. Listen to these Sadaks. Cook. He's cooking. Oh my goodness me. He's cooking, bruv. Allow it, bruv. Oh, sweet lord. Zach says, what's your prediction for tomorrow versus City? I said 1-0. I think it will be. I think it'll be a tight, close 1-0 game, I'm thinking. Archie scored a few goals and Arsenal fans forgot how bad he's been. KT1ST, Gyökeres better than Drogba. I would say he's better than Pele, to be honest. Yeah, better than Pele. Thing is, it's difficult, innit? It's difficult because I'll have a chat with anyone and anyone puts a comment in. I'll have a chat, I'll have a conversation with anyone about anything, about any team, no problem at all. But unfortunately, after an Arsenal game, doesn't matter whether they win, lose or draw, they flood it into the chat. And we get loads of them in, and then all they want to talk about is Arsenal. So unfortunately, we end up talking about Arsenal. It's probably on me, to be fair. I probably just need to ignore the comments that come in occasionally about Arsenal and just focus more on Brentford and Aston Villa. Or like Brentford and Newcastle, or Brentford and whoever it were watching at the time. Cecil says, Gyökeres doing the celebration lying down was the best. He loved it. Liam says, you're not a Liverpool fan, I never knew that. Blimey, every day's a school day. Gyökeres has a shout for Ballon d'Or this season, to be fair. Oh, sweet lord. Reece says, jump back home from the match. That was horrible. Damn near mutinous atmosphere at Turf Moor today. For the first time myself, I'm going to have opening my eyes to the running of football and the financing. Well, it's half time. Should we do a half time quiz? I don't know if Welsh Wing's around. I don't know if he is or not. But he had a quiz for us earlier. I don't want to steal his limelight on that one. So, for our half-time quiz, I wanted to ask you about Newcastle's record transfers. Newcastle's record transfers. So, I want you to tell me, if you can, the top 20 Newcastle signings by price, value, currency. The top 20 Newcastle signings in history. Connor, sounds like TikTok is where most of the trolls are at. Yeah, it is, to be fair. It is. It's a younger audience over there, Connor. It is, and that's the problem, innit? It is. It's all kids. It's all kids. Any grown-ups who are coming into the live and saying this stuff want to have a little look. Probably on some sort of a register, to be honest. Costa says, your successful hate-alongs to the incoming champions are enjoyable. Keep them coming. Cheers, mate. Right, so Isak is first. Yes, Isak is number 1 in the list. 77.5 million euros. Yoane Wissa is 5th. With 57.7 million euros. Anthony Gordon and Voltemade. Yeah, Anthony Gordon is 6th. Voltemade is 2nd. Gordon was 45 and Voltemade was 75. So Isak, Voltemade, Wissa, Gordon. Malik Chow and Tonali. Tonali is 4th, correct. Tonali, 60 million. And Malik Chow is 13th. Yeah, Malik Chow is 13th with 35 million euros. Gilala Shearer Cole. No, none of them. Believe it or not, Alan Shearer doesn't make the top 20 anymore. I guess with inflation, he possibly would, but no, not anymore. Jacob Ramsey. Yes, Jacob Ramsey, believe it or not, is 7th. Jacob Ramsey is 7th, 45 million euros. Still not really proven himself. Joe Linton is 9th, 43, correct. We're doing the top 20 Newcastle United signings in Premier League history. Almiron, I think we were going for there. Miguel Almiron is 24 million euros from Atalanta. So Almiron is correct. Who else are we looking at? Nick Pope, Bruno Guimaraes, and Ben Arthur. Nick Pope is not in the list, is he? I don't think Nick Pope's in the list. No, Nick Pope's not in the list. Bruno Guimaraes is 10th, 42 million. Anyone else? Keep them coming. Michael Owen, yes. Michael Owen is in there. 25 million euros, 17th for his signing from Real Madrid in 05-06. Elanga is correct. Yeah, Anthony Elanga, 3rd. Anthony Elanga, 61 million. Again, the signing, like the actual size of these transfer fees is astonishing, isn't it? Harvey Barnes is correct. Harvey Barnes is 8th, 44 million. For Harvey Barnes. And again, you look at these values and think, if they were to sell Barnes, would they get 45 million quid back for him? I don't know, maybe, possibly. If you offered Barnes out to other Premier League sides, would you get 45 million quid for him? Maybe you'd break even. Elanga, you're not getting 60 million for Elanga. Ramsey, definitely not getting 45 million for Jacob Ramsey. Trippier, Solano. Trippier, I don't think will be in there. No, Trippier isn't in there. You've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 left to get. 7 left to get. You've got 13, 7 more to get. Chris Wood, yes, Chris Wood is correct. Great shout. Chris Wood is in there. Chris Wood was 30 million. Chris Wood, 30 million. Great effort, that. Jake says, wonder if you can bet on the tune turning to shit after 30 minutes. Happens every game. Wilson, yes. Wilson is correct. And Willock is correct. There you go. 2 more. Both of them absolutely right. Joe Linton we've already got. You've got Joe Linton. So far you've got Isak, Voltemade, Tonali, Wissa, Gordon, Chow, Ramsey, Joe Linton, Almiron, Bruno, Michael Owen, Elanga, Barnes, Wood, Wilson and Willock. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 left to get. Not Bar. No, not Bar. You are looking at a goalkeeper, a fullback, a centre-back, two fullbacks actually. Two fullbacks, a goalkeeper and a centre-back. And 3 of them still play for Newcastle. Tino is correct, yep. Tino Livramento. Livramento is 1. Not Murphy. Not Santon. Lewis Hall and Botman, both correct. Yes. One more left to get. Not Carroll. No. Newcastle never signed Carroll, did they? Did you ever actually sign Andy Carroll? I don't think you did. It's not Santon. We've already got Botman, Hall, Livramento, Willock, Wilson, Wood, Barnes, Elanga, Owen, Bruno, Almiron, Joe Linton, Ramsey, Chow, Gordon, Wissa, Tonali, Voltamada, and Isak. Ethan, how's it going? Lovely to see you, mate. Not Cruel, no. It's a bit of a rogue one, to be honest. It's actually Odysseus Vlachodimos. That's the one. There you go. Connor got it. Vlachodimos, who came from Nottingham Forest. It was a bit of financial jiggery-pokery, I guess, from Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. But yeah, Vlachodimos, Odysseus Vlachodimos, the goalkeeper from Forest, who came in for a whopping, would you believe, 23.6 million euros. 23.6. Jake, we got him on a free, didn't we, on his return? Oh, yeah, he did. He did come back briefly, didn't he? Yeah, he'd only be on a free. Ethan, how's it going? So there you go. That is our half-time quiz. Newcastle's 20 record signings, or rather Newcastle's top 20 most expensive signings, because those are two separate things, aren't they? The top 20 most expensive signings in Newcastle history are Vlachodimos, Callum Wilson, Miguel Almiron, who was 24 million euros, Michael Owen, 25 million euros from Real Madrid, Joe Willock from Arsenal, 29.4 million euros, Chris Wood, 30 from Burnley, Lewis Hall, 33 from Chelsea, Malik Chow, 35 from AC Milan, Sven Botman, 37 from Lille, Tino Livramento, 37 from Southampton, Bruno Guimaraes, 42 from Lyon, Joe Linton, 43 from Hoffenheim, Barnes, 44 from Leicester, Jacob Ramsey, 45 from Villa, 45 from Everton, Anthony Gordon, 57 Brentford, Yoane Wissa, Sandro Tonali, 60 million from AC Milan, Anthony Elanga, 61 from Nottingham Forest, Nick Voltamada, 75 from Stuttgart, and Isak, 77.5 from Real Sociedad. Butterbon says, Butterbon, what do you think of feeder clubs? Is it cheating? I don't like the whole multi-club ownership thing. I don't like that. D plays gaming, blocks people for calling out. I've not blocked anyone. I've not blocked anyone today. I don't block people. I don't think anyone in the mods have blocked you because you're back. What are you talking about? We don't block on here, mate. We don't block on here. We don't even time people out unless you're being a real spam, idiot. No one's blocking anyone. You come in, say what you want. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Get it off your chest. Whatever you want to say, get it off your chest. I understand it plays a big part in people's lives. People come in, they say, hurtful things, hurty words to a stranger, and it makes you feel a little bit better. So say what you've got to say, mate. Absolutely. I'm doing my part for mental health across the world here. Daniel says Willock was the only good signing out of them. Zeno, what's with the hate to Arsenal? I think Liverpool are a top club. Yeah, I don't hate Arsenal, Zeno. I also think Arsenal are a top club, and I also think Arsenal are the best team in Europe. Best team in football, full stop. Said it all season, said it in every single live. People watch a couple of clip reactions and come in flying thinking they know the score, and they don't. D-Play says, got put on timeout for calling your lies out, dude. Is the FA a major trophy? Well, I wouldn't say so, no. So it's not a lie. It's not a lie. It's a disagreement, isn't it? You think it's an FA. You think it's an FA Cup is a major trophy. I don't think it's a major trophy. I don't think it's a major trophy. Clubs are rotated in the FA Cup nowadays. It used to be a major trophy. It's not anymore. The FA Cup's a small, slightly bigger version of the Carabao Cup, I guess. The FA Cup's nowhere near as prestigious as it once was. Nowhere near. Sadly. I wish it was, but sadly it's not. So yeah, it's not a lie. We just disagree. We just disagree on that thing. D-Play says the FA Cup isn't part of the famous treble. Well, now you're moving the goalposts. Of course it's part of the famous treble. It would be part of any quadruple. But that doesn't mean that it's a major trophy. It's not a major honour. If all you did was win FA Cups at Manchester United or at Liverpool, and you didn't win a Premier League, and you didn't win a Champions League, and you didn't challenge, and you didn't, you'd be sacked. You'd be sacked. You can't get by at a top club winning one FA Cup in 6 years. You can't get by at a top club winning one FA Cup. You can't. That was my point. That was my point. So let's not be silly, mate. Let's not be calling things. There's no lies. There's no lies. It's a disagreement. You've assumed something that I don't ascribe to, and that's totally fine. But I don't agree. I don't agree. T-Play says, it's not because Arsenal won it, so you can say 20 years without a trophy. Well, guess what? Liverpool didn't win the Prem for 30 years, not 20. I agree. I know. None of that. None of that is incorrect. I agree. Liverpool didn't win a Prem for 30 years. Totally right. Couldn't agree more. Butterborn says, anyway, Butter are the best team in world football. Daniel says, do you think Sloth has been talking down to Liverpool and their fans recently? No, I don't. I don't, actually. I think he's done what he's needed to do, which is come out and speak, actually. I think the club have, if anything, backed him this time and given him a bit more, a little bit more credence to what he's saying, because I feel like he's been out there taking bullets for the club, if anything. Arne Slot deserves massive praise for what he's done this season. Massive praise. I think he's gone through an awful lot, and I don't think the club have maybe given him as much praise as he deserves. Joe, hey Joe, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Quiz: can you name players to play for both Liverpool and City? There's a lot of players who've played for both Liverpool and City, but yeah, Sterling would be the most obvious one to start with. We're off for the second half here now. Robbie Fowler would be another one. Steve McManaman. Hang on a second. 20, come on. There we go. Right, we're off. There you go. I think we've got that sorted now. David James played for both, of course. Trying to think of other players who maybe played for both that we didn't think about. Dietmar Hamann played for both. Daniel Sturridge played for both. James Milner played for both. Daniel, but if Liverpool finish in their current position, you'd have him sacked. I wouldn't have him sacked, but I think the club would. Yeah, I think the club would. Anelka, yes, great shout. Anelka's another one. Reese, I've just seen that Lewis Potter potential penalty incident. How the heck did Newcastle get away with that one? It's a clear as day penalty, isn't it, that one? Yeah, clear as day. I am baffled that one didn't get given. Absolutely baffled. Mario Balotelli, of course, yeah. Mario Balotelli. Christopher Fon, your opinion on VAR is so inconsistent, question mark. Question mark? What's the question mark for? Was there a question there, Krista? Mario Balotelli, one of the greats. City, did you watch the Arsenal game? I did, mate. Yeah, we did a watch-along for the Arsenal game. Craig Bellamy, of course. Yeah, Colo Torre as well. Good shout. Great shout. Krista says, why is VAR so inconsistent? Because it's operated by humans, and as humans, we are inconsistent. We make mistakes. Don't think there's anything really more untowards than that. It's sad. It's frustrating, but it is kind of what it is, Krista, unfortunately. Until it's operated entirely by robots, then it's always going to have inconsistencies. And at the end of the day, and I kind of have massive sympathy with referees on this, because as much as we'll give referees grief, and they do deserve grief for some things, you and I can watch something back, a decision that a referee has to make in seconds, with 80,000 people screaming around him and people screaming down his ear, and, you know, days of pundits giving him stick in the back of his mind, plus death threats and all the other stuff that happens to referees. And all while that's going on, he's got to make a snap decision that we will then criticise him for days later, even though you and I might disagree, having seen 40 replays in slow motion. That's the only sort of incident that I can ever remember being, or the only sort of industry, I guess, referees, where there's that much criticism faced for something that is like nobody else would. You would look at that and think that's a really tough gig, that, to be a ref, and yet they get all this criticism, don't they? Scott Carson, absolutely correct. Yeah, great shout. Ben says Newcastle looked at 6s and 7s at the back for that second goal. Unintentional, but the shot was going in. Ethan, are you live for the 2 p.m. kickoff as well? I am, mate. Yes, I'm live for the 2 p.m. tomorrow. I absolutely am. And Daniel says, Hallam had a good referee Premier League debut and got benched the next weekend. Daniel says, slow motion ruins it. I mean, I think it's got to be done, though, hasn't it? I think it's got to be done. Are you doing a watch-along on Monday night? Julius, the channel's whole message is that I do a watch-along every single day. So, every day I will be live. You can guarantee that. Unless there's something ridiculous happens, like a power cut was the reason that I didn't do one on January 2nd, or, I don't know, something ridiculous must have happened if I'm not live every single day. I was live on Christmas Day, I was live on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, watching football. There is always a game of football on. If there's no football on, I mean, I've never known a day where there's no football on. But I'm always live, every single day. Billy McDougall, do you think Liverpool will make top 4 this season? Yeah, I think we will, yeah. Will says, will we see Strand Larsen tomorrow, do you reckon, for Palace? I would imagine so, given that they've not got Mateta. Mateta out for probably the season, the way it's looking. So, yeah, Jorgen Strand Larsen, I would imagine, does come straight in for Palace. Nigel Clough, of course, yeah. Scott Sinclair hasn't played for Liverpool, no. Julius, which game are you doing? I don't know off the top of my head on Monday. But I always do a game every single day. And if you want to check which games I'm doing, you can go to the YouTube homepage and you'll see on my channel page, you'll see the schedule. I always have the next day's games on. So as soon as this game finishes, you'll see tomorrow's games published. And then on Monday, you'll see on Sunday night, you'll see Monday's games published. There's always the next day. Joe Talks Footy says, what football did you watch on Christmas Day? Saudi Pro League. It was the only football that was live on that day in the whole world. But yes, I was watching Saudi Pro League on Christmas Day. Robbie, being unbiased, where do you think United finish? 5th, maybe 6th. Depends on, I guess, how Villa fall off between now and the end of the season. But I would say between 5th and 6th. Could well be 6th. I would say 6th. Albert Riera. Oh, of course, Albert Riera. I always forget he played for City. He's a very good player for us, very briefly. Key's work ethic comes from delivering the post. The postman. David says, I think Liverpool will not make top four. They've been too inconsistent, and Man U and Chelsea are looking just as good. That's absolutely your right to think that, David. I can't see it somehow. Joe, do you ever want time off? Not really. This is my job. This is what I do for a living. I love it. It's brilliant. I'm living the dream as far as I'm concerned. I watch football for a living. It's fantastic. So yeah, don't get me wrong, there's some games that maybe if I wasn't doing this job, would I have chosen to watch the Saudi Pro League on Christmas Day? Probably not. But what happened was I was in my Christmas, because I've got a little girl, I've got my wife, and they insist on, the whole matching PJs on Christmas Day. It's not my thing, but if your little girl looks at you and says, Dad, will you put this on? And all right, fine. So I was in matching Christmas PJs and had a little drinky poos, and we was watching football. So I came on. It was a good laugh, and we had a chat. And there was, I mean, to be honest, I came on thinking there's probably only going to be a couple of people because it's Christmas Day, and actually there was like 60 or 70 people just on YouTube, and then plus a few more elsewhere. But there was 60 or 70 people watching along with us, and we had a really nice time. We had a little Christmas quiz. Said Merry Christmas to everyone. It's lovely. I'm very, very lucky. We have a great bunch of people in the chat who have been with the channel since I started it 12 months ago. And they've been with us since day dot. And I'm very, very lucky. They're a great bunch of people. Great bunch of people. Robbie, how long have you done this full time? 12 months. Yeah, I quit my job to do it before the channel existed. Which, on reflection, was probably not the smartest thing. I would say to anyone else, the smartest thing to do is to maybe build it up while you're working and then step into it, rather than just create a channel off the back and yeah, let's just quit my job and do this. But I guess the only way is if you've only got a plan A and there is no plan B, then you have to make plan A work, and that's probably why it's done okay. I don't know. Joe, how do you make money doing this? The few different ways. Yeah, a few different ways. Sponsorships, sometimes super chats, memberships, YouTube, ad revenue. There's like 4 or 5 different ways you can make money from it. Plus, obviously, there's little bits that other companies will say, oh, could you come and do this for us? Could you come and, I don't know, do a influencer video or whatever? There's all that sort of stuff that you can make money doing if you've got a YouTube channel and you're doing well. It's that same way TikTokers make quite a bit of money, don't they? Stacey says, do you think Man United should have had a penalty for the foul on Maguire? No, not at all. That wasn't a penalty. The player didn't even look at the ball and brought Maguire down. Defo a pen. Not for me, no. Not for me. But hey, to each their own. Henderson's getting taken off here now. Hen the Red says there's an Ecuadorian club named Barcelona and they're playing Inter Miami tonight. Yes, I've seen, yeah. Eric says, hi Key, it's been a great week popping in and out of these live streams. Today's the last leg of the ladder. I need Newcastle 9, Brentford 2 and match to have 12. Wish me luck. Love that. Where do you do these out of interest, Eric? Where do you do these? Will says it's possible, but could Brentford qualify for Europe somehow? Absolutely they could, yeah. Okay, nice. Good stuff, Eric. I'll keep that in mind, mate. Charmy says, remember England 2010 wonder kid Adam Johnson? I'm sure he played for Liverpool and City. Yeah, no, he didn't play for Liverpool. He didn't play for Liverpool. England beat Wales 48-7 in rugby. Check that out. It's going to be a corner to Brentford. Bosch Paul says, what's your prediction for tomorrow? Prediction for tomorrow is Liverpool to win 1-0. Liverpool to win 1-0, I think. Cagey one, but I think they'll win 1-0. We're live for it, so I'll be here for it tomorrow. Oh, Will, don't even respond, mate. Don't even respond. Again, you get plenty of Arsenal fans coming in giving it the Jota shouts today. It's laughable, really. Sad indictment on them as people. But hey, they'll have the little wins, the little moments. Hopefully, it gives them some sort of happiness and peace, whatever they do. But yeah, I don't think coming into some stranger's live and saying something about a fella who died, it's not very cool, is it? It's not nice. But there you go. Takes all sorts of people in this world, doesn't it? Wonder less planning to do this soon, Key. Any other advice? Not that I could tell you on a Newcastle Brentford stream. Ball's played all the way back here, and Newcastle knock it long. Or rather, Brentford knock it long. Newcastle pick it up in the midfield area here. Why is Voldemar so deep? I don't know why. This is the problem with Newcastle at the minute. Why do you insist on having Voldemar in that area of the pitch? He's your centre forward. Like, maybe it's not Eddie Howe telling him to go there. I don't know. If he's so deep. Like, he's your centre forward. Why have you got him in a number 10 position? Look where he's basically playing like a centre mid there. Basically a centre mid. No chance, Jabba. No chance. DJ Shorty, Key, get ready to hand over that Prem trophy. Come on, you Gunners. Hey, enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Shay, Key, pressure's on you to beat City tomorrow, or it could be 5 points. Even if it is 5 points, though, 5 points is not insurmountable, is it? Honestly, mate, like I said, the league table can tell lies throughout the season. It doesn't worry me at all. United are not going to finish above Liverpool. I'm not even slightly worried about it. Not even slightly concerned. They're having the little moment because they've just brought in a manager. They get all excited. I hope they give him the job, but they're not going to finish above Liverpool. No chance. Jeffers says league table doesn't lie. Liverpool fans said last year. No, league table doesn't lie at the end of the season. But throughout the season, of course it tells lies, yeah. Frequently tells lies throughout the season. Bournemouth were in the top 4 for most of the early part of the season. Look at where they are now. Sarah says there's 13 games left. Everyone needs to chill. Will says, when do you think, Key, the relegation clubs will be clear? Pretty much the last few games of the season. It might even drag on a little bit further. I mean, West Ham have shown today that they're not willing to give it up. So Leeds are still only 6 points behind. 6 points ahead, rather. Forest are now only 3 points ahead. I still personally think it's Leeds that goes down, if I'm dead honest. I don't think it's any of the other teams. Brentford unlucky, nearly 3-1. Jamie, no, he did not play for Liverpool, but he suits your lot. Why? Why does he suit us? Jabba says Forest was second late in the season. Look at them now. Second late in the season. Well, that's true. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. Jabba says Carrick's the next Sir Alex. The next Sir Alex. Listen to him. Jay Middleditch, prediction to Liverpool City tomorrow, 1-0 to Liverpool. I think it's going to be a tight one. Reece says Voltemada clearly thinks he's Harry Kane, but he doesn't have the facilities for that. He's a centre-forward who thrives in and around the penalty area. Get him in the penalty area. What are you trying to do? Now they're bringing on, is it Sula coming on now? Oh, what is going on here? What is going on? Tilkinvog says, which team is playing well right now? I would still say Brentford on the counter-attack look more likely to score than Newcastle. Balls played over the top. Brentford headed away. Look quite comfortable, if anything, Brentford. It's been a pretty poor performance from the Geordies so far. The Barcodes, the horse punchers. Henry says, if Liverpool lose tomorrow, it's going to be hard to overcome United. Why? 5 points is not that hard. 5 points is really not that hard. Elio Rupp says, are you live? Are you for Liverpool or City tomorrow? Well, given I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm a Liverpool fan. So that tells you everything you need to know. Sarah says, every time Newcastle play, he runs off. Oh, Joe. Yeah, he does. I mean, to be fair, I can understand that. Some people can't take it. He gets very defensive at the minute. Oh, claim for handball. That should be a penalty. Oh, my God. It's been given as a free kick to Newcastle. Sorry, a free kick to Brentford here. But I tell you what, this might be a penalty. This might be a penalty to Newcastle. It does seem to bounce up maybe off his chest. That might save him as the ball comes in. Oh, I don't know. Is it going to be a handball, this? No, it's not handball. It's not a handball. Well done. Well done, referee. I thought that was handball, that. Freddie says, for real, Brentford have been a surprise this season. Fair play to them. LFC J. Key, how are you? I'm good, mate, yeah. How are you, more importantly? Asula has just come on for Newcastle. Who's he come on for? Let's see who he come on for. Genoa 2, Napoli 3 tonight. Dan, do you think anyone can catch Arsenal now? I think they can, but I don't think they will. I guess that's the differentiation. Can absolutely catch Arsenal. I think Arsenal will give teams opportunities to let them catch them, but City are going to have to be very, very good. And I don't think they will be. So yeah, they can be caught, but they won't be caught. So that's the big thing to note there. Who's winning the EFL Cup? I would say City. I think City are a better attacking side than Arsenal. So if City turn up and play how City can play, then they'll beat Arsenal. If City turn up and play how they have been playing, then it's probably Arsenal. So, yeah, I guess it's that. If City play to their maximum capabilities and Arsenal play to their maximum capabilities, City win it. If Arsenal play to their level, not even just their maximum capabilities, if Arsenal just play mostly how they've played this season, and City play how they've played this season, then Arsenal probably win it. But, yeah. Chimey says Napoli third best team in Europe this season. Nowhere near. Daz, what game are you doing Tuesday, Key? I had no idea, mate. Off the top of my head, I'd have to look at the schedule. Owen says you dropped the Liverpool from your channel. Much respect, Uncle. Liverpool's never been on the channel. Liverpool's never been on the channel. It's always been Premier League, Dad. Always Premier League, Dad. Paul says, right, the rugby's finished. Have I missed anything? Are the boring fans still going on about their non-entertaining team? Yeah, sadly. Header, far post, unlucky, nearly 2-2. Stacey, are you doing West Ham v United on Tuesday? I am, yes. West Ham United Tuesday, sorry it is, and then it's Sunderland Liverpool on Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, West Ham United Tuesday, and it'll be Liverpool Sunderland Wednesday. So I can't remember about Monday. Ronaldo the GOAT. Ronaldo the GOAT. Which Ronaldo are we talking about here? Says, should Igor Thiago get called up for Brazil for the World Cup? I mean, possibly, maybe. There's not really many standout Brazilian centre-forwards around now, is there? Richarlison's not... I mean, he's not been fit a long time, to be fair. Eccleston Meir, how do, Key? Long time no speak, pal. You good? I'm good, mate. Yeah, thank you. How are you? Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Jake, thoughts on Arsenal versus Sunderland? Good win for Arsenal. Bit of a poor game, but a good win for Arsenal. Oxford fan, evening key, evening chat. Great result for you lads at Coventry today. Fantastic result. 10 men as well for Oxford. Eccleston Mere, you know me, pal. Good lad. Good lad. Yellow card for Igor Thiago there as well. Ooh, Igor Thiago's not having it from Malik Chow. Look at that. Big lad. Go on. Bit of a scrap going on there. The ref's going to have a little word with him, I think. Little word with him. Oxford fan, yeah, but I feel we should have taken advantage of results around us. Point away at Coventry's nothing to be sniffed at. You've done well there. Done very well. Jake Skingley, did you react to Arsenal Sunderland? Want to see you cry? Yeah, I imagine that they've been clipped up. Someone's told me they've been clipped up, but I don't know. We did the game. We did Watchalong. Shay says, reckon Brentford get Europe. They're a decent side. How many European places do you think are available? I don't think they're getting Europe, but they might do. They might do if they were to... I mean, they're still in the FA Cup, aren't they? So maybe they get it through that, but they're not getting it via the league. Definitely not getting it via the league. $20.25. Do you think Liverpool will ever win as many Premier League tables as Arsenal? Why? How many tables have you won? I wasn't aware they were giving tables away as a prize money or prize full stop. Premier League tables. Yet to hear of Premier League tables. Now, Najlog says, do you think Liverpool get Champions League? Yes. Hector says, if United Strand cuts his hair off, his next challenge should be not cutting his hair until Man United win a quadruple. And Shay says, top 5, United, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Villa, then Brentford, Europa League. United top, yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. United winners, title winners, obvious title winners this season. Can't see past United winning the league. Thiago taking umbrage. Oh. I really need to have some sort of an FAQ, don't I? I wish I could post an FAQ in TikTok, because it's all the kids who come in and ask the exact same questions. All the 14-year-olds fly in asking the same question. I could quite happily just have a little FAQ in there. Or I might just come off it again in general. YouTube's doing the best anyway. I might just swerve TikTok full stop. Reece says, never mind, not winning the league. Incredibly automatic promotion could yet slip from Coventry's grasp. Next Monday, it's Coventry Borough. Game of momentum of which Coventry have known now. Yeah, well, that's it. I'm looking at the Coventry Borough game next week maybe as one we're going to do on the channel. Looks like a big game. Jalen, who do you support and how far away from that team do you live? Right now, I've moved a little bit around. So right now, I moved, yeah, I'm quite far away. But where I was born and where I grew up is about 20 minutes from Anfield, and I support Liverpool. I don't expect you'll reply to that, of course. But yeah, seeing as you asked, I'll happily answer. Jabba says, Key ends up arguing with the kids on TikTok. That's it. It's just churlish, isn't it? It's churlish. And it just takes away from all the other stuff. So, yeah, I might just come off TikTok, to be honest. Or I can't. I'll do some games on there and not others. Basically, games after Arsenal games. It's just the Arsenal kids who come in. The Arsenal Happy Meal crew. Oh, hey, and now they're away, Newcastle. Big chance here to Sula. Big chance if you can find him. Oh, poor pass. They've got to get the ball in. Oh, claim for the penalty. Claim for the penalty. Who's that who's gone down in the area? Gone down. He's given a penalty. Oh, Bruno Guimaraes has gone down screaming like he's been absolutely decapitated, basically. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him at all here. The ball gets played across the 6-yard box. Is this a penalty? Is it a penalty? It might actually be a penalty. Oh, nah, you're not getting a pen for that. You're not getting a pen for that. That's not a penalty. Nah, that's not a penalty. That's never a penalty. That is never, ever, ever a penalty. That is not a penalty. Jin, fancy not being able to handle a few kids on TikTok. I think you know how to handle a few kids on TikTok, don't you, Jin? I'll take some lessons off you, I guess. VAR check. Yeah, thank God. I think it's going to be ruled out, this one. Corner's donkey, mate. Love that. Here's the check. Here's the check. For a potential foul, I do not think that is a foul at all. And I didn't think it was when it first happened. I still don't think it is. It's not a foul, that. It's not a foul at all. No, that's not a foul. That is not a foul at all. It's not a foul. There's nothing wrong with that. No, it's not a foul. It's not a foul. I hope they rule this out. I really hope they rule this out. Guimaraes went around ground on his own. I really, really hope the referee rules this out, because I'm telling you, I don't think this is a penalty at all. He gave the penalty. VAR has sent him to the monitor. That is definitely not a foul at all. It's not a foul. Shouldn't be a penalty. Let's see. Let's see what the referee says here. Not a foul, I agree, says Hen the Red. It's not a foul. It's just not a foul. There's no argument to say it's a foul. Look at it. He trips himself up. He trips himself up and goes down like he's been absolutely poleaxed. Here we go. Step back. Oh, he's give the penalty, the absolute wrong, and it was never a pen, that. Never a pen. That was never a pen. Andy Vale, how are you, Key? I'm good, mate. How are you, Andy? Good to see you. That was never a pen. That was never, ever a penalty. A careless trip. You must be joking me. That's not a penalty. Two players running. They're running Guimaraes just ran across him. It's the two players converging on the same path. That is not a penalty. Brentford have been absolutely robbed there, says the Liking Trash. I agree. Never a pen, but it is a pen. Quiveen Kelleher has got a great record at saving penalties. 3 already saved this season. He saved against Kylian Mbappe, against Real Madrid for Liverpool. Now Bruno Guimaraes against Quiveen Kelleher. Come on, Kelleher. Keep him out, lad. Keep him out. VAR, this isn't football, correct. Has he stuck with the original mess up? Yeah, it's a penalty. He's given the penalty. He's been sent to the monitor and stuck with his original decision, which actually I quite like. That's refreshing. But I don't like the fact that he's given the penalty, because I don't think it was a pen. Bruno Guimaraes to step up, right-footed, against Quiveen Kelleher. Can the penalty expert keep out Newcastle's captain? Here we go, right-footed, Guimaraes scores 2-2. 2-2. Game on, last 15 minutes. Chad, do you beat the 115 boys tomorrow and do us a favour? Well, I think so, yeah. I think we'll beat City tomorrow. But again, time will tell. I guess we'll see. DJ says predictions for the game tomorrow. I think it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Coley, what do you make of some Liverpool fans happy to lose to Moz? I don't know any Liverpool fan happy to lose tomorrow. I don't know a single Liverpool fan who's happy to lose tomorrow. But again, if you've come across some that are happy to lose tomorrow, then that's very unfortunate for you. Every fan base seems to have their divvies, don't they? But yeah, to each their own. Again, there's Arsenal fans, the vast majority of Arsenal fans that we've asked have said that they would rather not win anything this season than see Spurs win a Champions League. So I think that tells you an awful lot as well. There's divvies in every single fan base. Chad says, I reckon you'll do them. They don't have the mentality like they used to. And Hen the Red says, so if that's a pen, how wasn't Lewis Potter? But Bruno's yeah, Lewis Potter's was a pen, wasn't it? Welsh, how did Arsenal do today? Hey, wait till you watch Match of the Day tonight, mate. You check the scores. Go and have a look at the scores. The Arsenal, you wait till you see the Match of the Day tonight if you've not caught the scores. Was you working today or something, or was you in school, or is that why you've missed it? M says, show one Arsenal fan saying that. Well, if you head over to my Instagram, mate, you'll see it. You'll see it. There's a poll asking Arsenal fans, and they've voted. Hundreds of them have voted, and the vast majority have said they would rather Spurs, and have said in the comments as well, so it's not just the odd one. Thousands have said across these lives, across various. I've posted the video on YouTube as well. Yeah, they've said they would much rather see neither side win anything than Spurs win a Champions League and Arsenal win the Prem and the Carabao Cup. So anyone could have voted on it. Well, yeah, anyone could have voted on it. I guess you're right. Anyone could have. However, all of the people who've said that, if you look at the profile, they've all got pretty credible profiles. You know, they're not like bot pages. They're not faceless accounts. They look credible. They've got loads of pictures and loads of stuff on their profile. So, yeah, I would say it's not all bots. I'd say there's certainly Arsenal fans who think that way. Cecil says it's non-Arsenal fans voting that way to make Arsenal fans look bad. Yeah, I promise you it's not, mate. Listen, Reese on this channel. Reese, who's one of our regulars on this channel, absolutely lovely guy, massive Arsenal fan. He's a huge Arsenal fan. He said he wouldn't want, he'd rather not have Spurs win it. How can you vet someone as an Arsenal fan when anyone can vote? Well, I've not vetted them. My point is, you said that no Arsenal fans think that, and I'm saying yes, they do. Yes, they do. Reese says the only reason I say that is because Spurs would be unbearable. That's just fair enough. Absolutely, you're right. DJ Mo says, hi Key, long day in the office. Good to see you, mate. How's it going, Mo? Zolo says, what do you think of Keith Andrews? Has been doing a superb job replacing Frank and losing Mbeumo, Wissa and Norgard. Yes, very underrated. And Keith Andrews, if he gets Brentford anywhere close to the European places this season, then yeah, he's shoo-in for manager of the year. Cecil says, so you personally vetted thousands of... No. Gamer Guru, you cannot be an Arsenal fan. And well, I know. No, I never said I vetted anyone, mate. I don't vet people. Hector says the league has been too poor this season, and guess who gets the last laugh? Set Piece FC, sponsored by Netflix. Steve, every Arsenal fan thinks what? I didn't say every Arsenal fan thinks anything. Gamer Guru says you cannot be an Arsenal fan if you want Spurs winning the one trophy we are desperate to win. Ah, okay. So there you go. Well, there you go. There's another Arsenal fan live in the chat right now who thinks it. So there's two. You've now got one in TikTok and one on YouTube. As a bare minimum, who are Arsenal fans who are telling you they would much rather win nothing than have Spurs win the Champions League and Arsenal win the Prem and the Carabao Cup. Shell, how's the game been? It's been a bit... it's actually been quite a good game. 2-2. It's been all right. I've enjoyed this game. It's been much better than any of the other games we've watched today, to be honest. It's been the best game of the day. Jabba says, apparently there's a grand conspiracy to make Arsenal fans look bad. In my experience, they don't need the help. And Shelley in knackered key. I am a little bit, Shell. I am, love. Oh, I'm ready for a sit down and a brew. Casper says, what Arsenal fan doesn't think that, though? Well, again, you say that, but literally, there was just an Arsenal fan just above you who said, hey, there he is, M. So he's saying now, what a clown, because I've proven that there are Arsenal fans who think that. He said that there's no Arsenal fans who think that. And I told you, I proved him that there was. There you go. There's Arsenal fans very much who think that. Good ball over to the right-hand side. It's just out of the way there. Cecil says, two whole Arsenal fans who feel that way. Guess it's settled then. But it's not settled. It's not settled. But I was asked the question, what do I think about Liverpool fans wanting Liverpool to lose tomorrow or whatever bullshit? And I said, I don't know a single Liverpool fan who thinks that way. If you have encountered a Liverpool fan who thinks like that, well then every fan base has their divvies. And then I said, I used that to clarify by Arsenal also have fans who think like that too. They don't want to win anything this season if it means Spurs win the Champions League. Brentford! Oh, what a goal! Is he onside? I think he is. Dango Ouattara, it's 3-2. It's 3-2. Newcastle 2, Brentford 3. What a finish this is from Dango Ouattara. And it's a deserved win for Brentford. That is a deserved win. An absolutely fabulous goal from Dango Ouattara. Did very well there. Very, very well. And it's 3-2 Brentford. What a win this is going to be. Connor says, to me personally, shouldn't have been a pen and the ref went to the screen and still gave it. Brentford have now scored, yeah. It's a great goal, this. Really good goal. Dango Ouattara, bottom corner. Get in. Steve, I'm an Arsenal fan. Couldn't care less what Spurs or any other club does. Those that do are stupid. Steve, I'm with you, mate. I agree. However, plenty of Arsenal... All I was pointing out was... There's a majority of Arsenal fans in the poll that we did on it, aimed specifically at Arsenal fans, who said, the majority said they would not want to win anything if that was the option. If the only option was those two, Carabao Cup and Premier League, but Spurs win the Champions League, or neither team win any, they would rather neither team win any. And I thought that was an interesting point of view from Arsenal fans. I didn't claim or ascribe that to the full fan base, but I thought it was interesting. Gamer Guru says, anyone disputing, Key, that there is a large portion of us that would rather win nothing than see Spurs lift a Champions League trophy is being delusional. Well, there you go. I don't know what percentage of Arsenal's fan base would feel like that, mate. I have no evidence to suggest otherwise. All I'm saying is we did a small test sample, and the test sample came out as the majority feel the way that you do, right? The minority feel the way that Steve does here. And both views are right as far as I'm concerned. You're entitled to feel however you want to feel. It's absolutely your right to do that. All I'm saying is that both of those views exist. That's it. What percentage they are in your fan base, I don't know. But they exist. Reece, Spurs and Newcastle lose. What a day it's been. CSP opinions on Gyökeres. Talented player outside the Premier League, I think. Probably leaves Arsenal in the summer and goes and, I don't know, maybe goes somewhere else back in Europe and thrives. I don't know. Maybe he'll go to an Ajax or somewhere like that and thrive. Ball whipped in. Brentford clear it away. Oh, what a ball that is over the top. Unlucky Igor Thiago chasing it down. Jabba says Zealand's doppelganger's coming on. And Cecil says it wasn't a test sample though, because anyone could answer the poll key. Yeah, but it's not bad science. It's not bad science. Your argument is that the view doesn't exist. I'm saying it does exist. Now you're just splitting hairs, mate. Now we're just splitting hairs on the percentage to which it exists. Your argument initially was that it doesn't exist. I have simply proved now that it does. That's it. LFC Jake says, I don't care if Arsenal win the league or not. I just care about my team and not any others. And Steve says, Gyökeres leaving. Have a day off, will you, mate? Why do you not think Gyökeres will leave? So do you think Jesus or Havertz will? I just don't see a world where you have all three next season for one centre-forward position. I think Jesus will want to leave, or Havertz will want to leave, or Gyökeres will want to leave. I don't know, but one of them will leave. Stack City, Jesus, probably. Well, okay. Maybe Jesus leaves then. Fair enough. I would say Jesus is your best centre-forward. I've said that all season. But at least one of them's leaving, isn't he? Cecil says there are... Obviously it exists. There are Arsenal fans who feel that way, but same as for every fan base. Right? What are you arguing against, Cecil? I've literally agreed with you. I've said there are Liverpool fans who feel the same. That's it. There are Liverpool fans who feel the same way about Everton and United. Yeah, there are. But you're missing the point that I was asked the question about Liverpool fans that apparently are Liverpool fan, or some Liverpool fans. I don't know who they are. I don't know a single Liverpool fan who doesn't want us to win tomorrow, who doesn't want us to batter City tomorrow. But apparently there are some Liverpool fans who don't want it to happen. I don't know who they are. I have no idea who they are. I won't ascribe their views to... I won't ascribe those Arsenal fans to you, mate, and I wouldn't want you to ascribe Liverpool fans' opinions to me. 9 minutes left at the end of this one. It's out for the goal kick on the far side. Gamer Guru says, Jesus will leave, I think, but Havertz will stay as the club's treated him well. Jabba says Cecil is a troll who needs attention. He's alright, Cecil. He's okay. He's okay. Foxy says, and people wonder why Howe was getting criticism. Desperate. 9 minutes left. There's still a long way to go in this one. A very long way to go. Gamer Guru says Brentford deserve the point here. And Andy says, you asked me, have I ever been to North Wales, did you say? Sorry, I saw that come in earlier and I got dragged off topic. Have I ever been to North Wales? I have, yes. Love North Wales. In fact, when we last went to Llandudno, when we go to Llandudno last, it was when my wife was pregnant with my little girl. And we went, not 5 years ago now, 5, 6, was it 4 or 5 years? I can't remember when it was. But yeah, we went then. And it's a lovely part of the world. Yeah, I like North Wales. Sarah says, Cecil, not a chance. If Liverpool win the Prem, I don't give a shit what United or Everton win. How many added on, Ethan? 9 minutes added on. It's 2 minutes in. Oh, 2 minutes into those 9. There's only 7 left. Scott says, does Victor have more goals than Ekatike? I don't know. I've not looked at the scoring charts. Andy says, I live there in Llandudno. Llandudno. Is it Llandudno? Charlie, do you think Arsenal fans have a good chance to win both the league and the Champions League? No. Arsenal fans certainly won't. Arsenal, the team, maybe. But Arsenal fans' teams, probably not. Paul says, got to give Brentford massive credit. Lost their manager who was well loved and 3 of their better players, and for them to be where they are is implausible. Yeah, it's incredible. Anglesea's a great place. It's beautiful. Yeah. Wales, Scotland, gorgeous parts of the world. Alex, beat City tomorrow, please. You seem to think I've got any control over the matter. It's very flattering. D. Bedford, how did your Arsenal hate watch do? It was good. Yeah, it was a good game. We had a good chat. We had a good little quiz at half time. I enjoyed it. Good laugh. Hector says, can Liverpool end Sunderland's home unbeaten run? I think they will. I think we'll do that. What's Lewis Hall screaming at now? Charlie, who do you think Liverpool should sign in the summer to compete again? Probably need 4 or 5 in the summer to compete because we're probably going to be losing quite a few. Pup, Celtic 1-1. Oh, they've equalised. Ashana Fit Dardell, do you believe Liverpool will win tomorrow? Yes, I do. D. Bedford, did you enjoy Victor's brace? Oh, it was wonderful. It was different class, yeah. Top quality. Al City says, people laughed at me when I said Igor Thiago is the Ivan Toney replacement back in 2024. He's done quite well, hasn't he? I mean, a lot of them are penalties, in fairness, but he's done quite well. Right, long throw into the box from the man with the most dangerous long throw in the Premier League, Michael Coyote. Ryan, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Hall now taking Gumbridge. Right, we've got 4 minutes left here at St James's Park. Newcastle 2, Brentford 3. Brentford are flying down the left-hand side here. That's going to be a free kick. Lewis Hall, got to get booked for that now. And it is a yellow card. Of course it is. Lewis Hall's been taking umbrage with the referee a fair bit there now. Connor, has to support your local club too, Shell. Toffee's the mine, but would be Newport, but the town is shite. Did anyone watch England rip Wales apart in the Six Nations? Well, I heard about it in the chat. Was it 48-7 that they won? Here we go. Free kick for Brentford. 3 minutes left here at St James's Park. They've got an opportunity to put the ball into the box. They're already winning. They're already comfortable. 3-2. Newcastle. The fans are already spilling out of St James's Park. I wonder if we're going to get boos, round boos, at the end of this game. Shell listened on the wireless to bits of it, Sarah. Andy, Snowdonia's never been, but heard it's lovely there. I don't think I've ever been Snowdonia. I might have done. If I have, it would have been maybe when I was a bit younger. Jabba says, half expected a Turkish-style double yellow card on Hall there. It was, honestly, he definitely could have got 2 yellows there, couldn't he? For the descent. Thiago into the box, Brentford. Give it off. Oh, great ball in. This is a huge chance for 3. Well, 4. Don't know why I was saying 3. They've already got 3. Prince Rupert says their boos can't compare to ours. Ain't nothing for you to boo at the minute, though, is there, to be honest? Really good play. Lewis Hall again. I don't know why you're kicking off at this referee. Honestly, I absolutely guarantee that Joe and various others will come into the chat tomorrow and they'll all say, that referee, he absolutely killed us yesterday, that referee. Nothing to do with the ref. Newcastle have been the worst side today. Or rather, Brentford have been the better side. Hector says 13 games to go. I believe Arsenal 100% can still bottle it. Back in 2024, they bottled it 11 points with about 7 games to go. This is it. Still time. Still time. Hector says, Sarah says, shh, don't talk about Arsenal, Hector, losing it. I had 3 Arsenal fans saying it was 5 points. Yeah. Just leave them be. Paul says, do a watch along on Arsenal women against City women tomorrow, mate. You'll see some entertainment by 11 players in a Gooner shirt, even though they'll get smashed. Here's Brentford flying down the right-hand side. Dango, chance here to make it. Oh, nearly made it 4. Dango Ouattara, and that's going to be a corner, surely. How does he not give a corner for that? Oh, my God. It's Cookie. He says, surely it's Eddie Howe's time to move on. Do you think? Who do you think Newcastle fans would want to replace him? Or if you're a Newcastle fan yourself, who would you want to replace him? Alan Kelly says, Keith Andrews doing a sensational job at Brentford. He's doing incredible, isn't he? And there you go. It's full time. Newcastle 2, Brentford 3. Absolutely fair play to him. They have been phenomenal tonight, Brentford. Absolutely phenomenal. Fully deserved. Dango Ouattara with not only the assist for the first for Brentford, but then gets the third, the match winner tonight. And it's 3-2. Fully deserved. Newcastle are struggling. Where does that leave the table looking? Let's have a look at the table. To be fair, the table's over here now. The live table is right here. You can see that Newcastle have played 25 points now and are in 12th. 12th in the table. They were in 11th. They're now in 12th. Brentford now level on points with Liverpool. They're 7th, Liverpool in 6th, obviously with a game to play. Liverpool win tomorrow. We go back to a point or 2 behind Chelsea and United. With both still to play, of course. So, Ethan, Brentford for Europe. And I'd love Mauricio Pochettino. He's free after the World Cup. Pochettino to Newcastle. That might be interesting. Al City says, I've never seen us win at Anfield barring COVID and pens, so I think it'd be really nice if you guys could be shit tomorrow. We're unbeaten in 8 at Anfield, and City haven't done the double over us in nearly 100 years. Just for 1936 it was, so 90 years then. 90 years since City last did the double over Liverpool. So, form doesn't necessarily... The picture isn't painting a nice one for City. But I do. I think City will turn up tomorrow, but Liverpool will get the win. It'll be a cagey one. It'll be a great game. 2 teams really going at it. We'll see. I'll be live for both of them. As always, I'm live tomorrow for Crystal Palace away at Brighton. That's a South Coast derby. That's a massive one. Brighton against Crystal Palace. Brighton have got 1 win in 11. Crystal Palace have not won in 9. 6 defeats, 3 draws for Crystal Palace. They are in the mud. Jorgen Strand-Larsen will be playing in that one, I'm sure. New signing for them. No Mateta. So Crystal Palace will be away at the big rivals, Brighton at the Amex. We'll be live for that one at 2 o'clock. I'll be live at 1:30 for it. And then straight after that, Liverpool against City, the big one at Anfield. Looking forward to it. Absolutely massive game, that one. Straight after that, we're going to La Liga, Valencia v Real Madrid. Always a good... We'll end our weekend on a wonderful Real Madrid game. We'll watch a bit of La Liga. Maybe Valencia can turn up and get a result against the Madridistas. So yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. 3 more games. 3 games today. Started off with Man United 2, Spurs 0. Finished with Newcastle losing at home to Brentford. And tomorrow, 3 more big games. Hopefully you'll join me for them. Really appreciate you liking and sharing and subscribing and commenting. All the lovely people who've been in today. Really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, make sure you've hit that like button. If you like these lives, listen, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you're a passing troll. Maybe you just pop in to give me some shit. That's fine too. But whatever you think. I have a conversation with everyone who comes in. If you want to have a chat, I'll happily have a chat. As long as you're having a good faith conversation, you're not spamming, I'll have a chat with anyone about anything. Love football, absolutely adore football, and I watch it every single day with you. So 3 games today, 3 games tomorrow. If you want to see more of these watch-alongs popping up on your YouTube For You page, your suggested page, all you have to do is make sure you've subscribed, hit the notification bell. You'll see more of them popping up because I'm live every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely Saturday night. Whatever you're doing, take care, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Ta-ra.